What is up, folks? Welcome in. JE Live is back. It's been a minute. It has. I'm not gonna lie, but we're back here, and we're doing Q&A, late night Q&A. Although maybe it won't be late night for you because if you're on the West Coast, it's 7:31 and not 10:31. I guess the benefits to being on the West Coast. But um, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the show. Um, okay, I see. All right, there we go. I was like, where are my comments? Okay, here we go. See the comments. So, you guys can ask any questions. I'm going to answer them. Hope everyone's doing well. We'll talk about whatever you guys want. This is your time. What's up, HD? How we doing? CJ, how's it going? Your thoughts, and then bringing back tight end Jared Pinkney and running back AJ Rose Jr. I think those guys, they're going to compete in training camp, put out, some film probably in preseason and, maybe potential practice squad guys, but not guys that I expect to make the 53-man roster. But good question, though. OBJ or another pass rusher? I'll take OBJ. The pass rusher to me isn't really necessary, unless during the season we see that Justin Hollins isn't what I believe he's going to be. So, I was just actually going over that on my my new show, the Rams Edge show over on the Callin app. You can actually go check that out over there. But I think really what it comes down to is that the Rams are going to be interested in Robert Quinn, and they could easily make a deal by adding more pick, capital, so to speak. Adding more capital, giving up more capital in, return. His contract gets pretty much eaten by the Bears. So kind of similar to the Von Miller approach. I mean, the guy had, 19 sacks last year. Former Ram. He did play under Sean McVay 1 year. So, I feel like that won't be the case unless they really need it. But Justin Hollins looked really good before he got hurt last year. And then Von Miller came in and, that was that. Is the issue of Cam Akers scoring in the red zone noticeable on film, or was there simply nothing there his rookie? I think that, I've actually brought this up. Good question, Nolan. I've brought this up before, and I think, his nose for the end zone is a little bit to be desired, I would say. I think, again, I just came out with a video saying, I think Cam Akers is, he's got the right mindset. I'm rooting for him, but I do question his red zone ability, yes, to answer your question. I question his, goal line ability, if you will. Why did the Rams let Robert Quinn go? Well, I really don't know entirely. It could have been Wade. It could have been the money. I think it was a combination of Wade wanting his own guy, the money, and yeah, I would probably say that. The injuries, too. Robert Quinn wasn't the same player. And then all of a sudden, he just blew up again. He went back to his old self. He was great. Just people didn't talk about it because he was on a team with Khalil Mack, and I swear to God, not trying to be a hater, but Khalil Mack could literally come away with 2.5 sacks on a season, and people would still think that he's on the same level as Aaron Donald. It absolutely blows my mind, to be real with you. But, yeah, Robert Quinn was awesome last year. What's up, Nicholas? What do Rams do when Stafford leaves? Do they get a Hall of Fame quarterback, or you think they will be done trading picks by then? Good question. Time will tell. I'm under the impression that, the Rams are probably going to, maybe go out and get a guy like Matt Ryan, like the Colts are doing, get kind of, not an over-the-hill starter, but somebody that has already had experience winning, is getting closer to the end of the, or they might just draft a guy and start completely fresh. Wouldn't be surprised with either option. I don't think either's wrong. What is up, Darren? How you doing? So I want to bring you guys attention to you guys, because you guys, majority of you are Rams fans. Really, This is predominantly a Rams channel. I am bringing in Jets content. I'm going to be covering the Jets, as you all probably know by now, but it's mainly a Rams channel. So, with that said, I wanted to point something out. If you guys have Instagram and don't know, our Downtown Rams Instagram page was unfortunately hacked. So I want to bring this to your attention here. We are using our old Instagram account. If you subscribed to us then or followed us, I forget what it's called, follow, then you probably are still following us. But we are using that account again. If you are wondering why we haven't really posted anything relevant on Instagram, some scumbag took our account. They posted a bunch of garbage. They haven't posted since, and they won't give our account back. So, awesome. Love that there are people like that in society. But if you were looking for Downtown Rams Instagram content, go to the Downtown Rams, not Downtown Rams. That's our backup account at this moment. So I just wanted to draw your attention to that. I'll leave it in the corner for anybody that wants to hit that up. But yeah. Young and Isaac, I think the Rams need to get a rookie next year. Let him learn under Stafford. Here's my issue with that. And Isaac, I hear you. But Stafford is a 5-year contract. You're talking, you get a rookie, and he's probably spending the whole rookie contract just backing up Matthew Stafford and watching. I'm not sure I want to pay a guy 4 years to literally just sit there and then lose him in free agency as soon as he becomes a free, you know what I mean? So I don't know about that, but I'd say wait 2 years and then probably draft somebody. Right now, I really like Bryce Perkins as a developmental guy. I like Wolford. I like who they have. You know, obviously, you guys know I mentioned it before. Kyle Sloter in the USFL is who I would go after if I was going to go after anybody. But, you know, that's who I like so far. I mean, I think the Rams. This is my favorite quarterback room the Rams have had in my lifetime. So, I very much like this quarterback room. And obviously, I love Kurt Warner. But as far as like from top to bottom, you get Matthew Stafford, Wolford, and Perkins. I think that's better than Warner and Jamie Martin, or, you know, Warner and Bolger. He's arguable, obviously. But I like their quarterbacks, essentially, is what I'm saying. Bills, Rams, Super Bowl, that's what I have. What would you prefer the Rams do at quarterback after Stafford? I would like to see them try and get the next, you know, Peyton Manning's nephew. What's his face? Arch Manning. I'd like to see them go out and get Arch Manning. I would like that. I don't know if they will. I actually pretty much know that they won't, because it's just, you know, that pick is going to be so expensive. But, you know, I would definitely want to see something like that going after a young quarterback for sure. I don't know what you would get for him. You know, it doesn't really make any sense to trade him. Yeah, I mean, the cap space is not really enough, and the vet, I mean, you just wouldn't be able to get much for a backup quarterback. No, I don't think it is. I think it's an overrated division if you know, ask me. It's the Rams and 49ers and everyone else. You know, I think there's some good things that Seattle's doing that people aren't talking about. And I'm very, very low on Arizona, a team that I think is going to play half the season. Might look good at the beginning, but I just don't trust Kyler to last a full 17-game season. So, nor do I trust Cliff Kingsbury because he always falls off at the end of years. So, I would just say that when it comes to the Cardinals, I'm not worried about them. I think that they were, you know, a little overrated after last year, and I guess that's, you know, reasonable. But, you know, I just don't think that the NFC West is the toughest. I definitely agree with you, Renee. I 100%, 100% think it's the AFC West. 100%. I hope Bills beat Mahomes in the playoffs. We are supposed to be better now. Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, Nicholas, I think the Bills are going to go to the Super Bowl. I think the opener is, and you're a Bills fan, I can see. I think the opener is between the two best teams. And I'll go as far as to say that Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the National Football League. I've actually said that a few times, but, you know, I think he's just incredible. And it's not that Mahomes isn't. because I think Mahomes is great too. I mean, I loved him coming out. He was my number one quarterback of that draft class, and I was very low on Josh Allen, but I'm one that likes to admit when I'm wrong. Very much so. Maybe sometimes a little too much, and so yeah, I just gotta say Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the NFL. He absolutely is, in my opinion. And I think that Super Bowl would be insane because I think what Josh Allen has is he's very similar to a Matthew Stafford. He's got more mobility, obviously. He's built better to run the ball, but he's very similar to Matthew Stafford. They both kind of have a similar passing style, so it is cool. And the Bills are pretty likable. I mean, I am kind of annoyed with Von Miller having to explain himself 40 billion times about why he didn't go to the Rams or re-sign or whatever, but that's just that. I mean, I really like Gregory Rousseau. There are a lot of players I like on that team. Even though I'm covering the Jets, I don't hate the Bills. I mean, Am I the only one who's confused by the Breece Hall pick? Feel like Michael Carter really flashed last year, and Breece Hall's primary strength is the receiving game. Yeah, I mean, I was really surprised by that pick. But I think the best way to explain it is how I've been explaining it on podcasts. Look, the way the NFL is going, it's become that type of league where, for whatever reason, it's not really sexy to have one running back, right? Back in the day, it used to be Brian Westbrook's on the Eagles, Sean Green is on the Jets, Steven Jackson on the Rams, LT on maybe on the Jets, probably on the Chargers. Like, they were all, like, Jamal Charles was on Kansas City. I mean, he had backups and stuff. You had your backups, but they weren't, like, significant, especially in, like, fantasy. Like, these guys weren't significant. And when you found a significant fantasy backup, it was probably that Carolina backfield, which was ahead of the curve in a sense because the Carolina backfield really, embodied what they were doing, right? Like, it really embodied what today is essentially, right? Because the way this era of football is that you don't just have one running back, you have two or you have three. I mean, look at the Rams in 2020. I mean, they had Cam Akers, Darrell Henderson, Malcolm Brown. Then this year, they had Cam Akers goes down. They have Darrell Henderson, Sony Michel. So teams aren't really sticking with one running back, and I think they're going away from that entirely, unless you have a Derrick Henry or Jonathan Taylor. That's pretty much the way the league is trending. So to answer your question, I think that's just where the league is trending, unfortunately, is that's why. But yeah, the Breece Hall pick was weird. I don't think he's going to go over 1,000 yards this year. I know there's people that are like, he's going to be an absolute monster. I think the Jets are probably not going to have a 1,000-yard receiver or rusher, if you want my honest opinion. They got a lot of talent there, and just kind of, spreading the wealth, it's going to be too much. I don't know if they have a 1,000-yard rusher or a receiver. I don't think they do. But I agree with you. Michael Carter was really good for them last year. Really good. And especially because, like you said, Breece Hall's primary strength is the receiving game. It's kind of odd that, they got him when Michael Carter's pretty much going to be the receiving back, it looks like. So, yeah, I don't know. Plus, they still have Tevin Coleman. They still have Ty Johnson. Ty Johnson had a significant role last year. Then you have an Austin Walter who might be able to sneak into the, on that 53. So, yeah, kind of weird. Not going to lie. I was very confused by that. Still doing call-in. Yes, I'm still hosting the Rams Edge, and I'm hosting MCU Edge. Rams Edge, you missed it today. It was earlier, but as soon as I'm done with those live, they become podcasts that you can listen to after the fact. I'm going to be doing one tomorrow, so tune in to the Rams Edge here. It's, it's going to be on the app, the call-in app exclusively. The links are in the description. And MCU Edge is Monday. Every Monday, MCU Edge. And we do 2 Rams Edge a week. So just stay tuned for that. Do I still fear Green Bay? They had our number. Probably should, right? But no, I don't. I think really, I don't really fear any team. I think this is the best team in the league. I think this is the next dynasty. The Rams are either going to do what I expect, close to what I expect, or they're not. But I'm not looking at one team that's like, ooh, that's going to be tough for the Rams. Like, the Rams are going to lose games, they're going to win games. Like, you're going to have this team's not going undefeated by any stretch, but they're very good, and they should only lose a maximum of 5 games, which I don't even see that happening. I think that they're probably going to lose like 3, maybe 4. But so I mean, yeah, I'm not like concerned about other teams necessarily, but it is a good question there, HD. Are the Bucks overrated in my opinion? Um, I would say, like they've done some good things. Going out first off, I really liked their pickup of Hicks, Akeem Hicks, and I really liked their pickup when they went out and they got Russell Gage, because I think Gage is really good. But last year, for whatever reason, Gage didn't look like Gage from 2020. So people kind of forgot about Russell Gage over in Atlanta. But he's coming to the Bucks. He's going to be a really good third option. They still have Scotty Miller. Obviously, you have that tandem of Godwin and Evans. Evans is just a model of consistency. He's had, 7 or 8 straight 1,000-yard seasons. Just unbelievable. And Godwin has had a hard time staying healthy, but when he's healthy, I think he's better than Evans. And then you have, is Rob Gronkowski going to come back? Yes or no? The offensive line looks good. Brady's back. I really like Rachaad White, the running back that they drafted out of Arizona State. He really intrigues me, probably more than any of those running backs. And I do like Fournette, but Rachaad White, keep that name in mind for Tampa, because you've not heard the last of him. just hearing him on this show, that you'll hear him plenty more. Trust me. So I definitely just wanted to point that out. But Renee, Josh Allen is the most complete quarterback. He can beat you with his feet, all running quarterbacks, but he can also kill you with his arm. All those running quarterbacks are not nearly as good with their passing. So I agree with you if we're talking Josh Allen 2020 and before, but Josh Allen in 2021 has changed his approach. This is somebody that took a 20-yard sack, and I believe it was the 2020 playoffs against the 2020 playoffs against Phillip Rivers and the Colts, right? The Colts, basically, he took a 20-yard sack, took him out of field goal range, kept the Colts in the game. They lose the wild card game, the 2-7, but the fact that it was still even close, that was a little scary. Josh Allen then took like a 40-yard sack against Kansas City in that same playoff. He doesn't do that as much anymore. And he actually makes great decisions now. Josh Allen, that is the thing that has changed my opinion about him, is what I saw coming out of Wyoming. I was like, this is a guy that is like watching Bruce Willis in a Die Hard film, is what I always said. Bruce Willis, that one scene in Live Free or Die Hard where he shoots himself through the chest and it kills the bad guy, but it also hurts him. It doesn't kill him, but it hurts him. That's the vibe I get with Josh Allen early on in his career. A guy that was willing to do anything it took to extend a play, but he'd get himself killed and the team killed in doing so. Now he doesn't do that. Not as much anyway. So, to me, he is the most complete quarterback, and he has changed his decision-making so much so that I'll say I think he's better than Mahomes for that reason. Because I look at Mahomes and I'm like, there's no reason why the Chiefs shouldn't have been in the Super Bowl. Mahomes just heaves it downfield to a 5'10" Tyreek Hill into double coverage because he oftentimes, and we started to see it, I mean, this is what happens when you go to the Super Bowl that many times early on in your career, he's kind of gotten careless. I don't know if it's flash or what, but if you haven't been watching, Patrick Mahomes is fantastic, but he's gotten careless with the football. It's the reason they weren't in the Super Bowl. That pass was hideous. Well, I don't know what decision that was. Josh Allen, the reason he wasn't in the Super Bowl is his defense totally screwed him, essentially. He played it extremely well, and I would say he played better than Patrick Mahomes. He just wasn't the last quarterback with the ball at the end because of the overtime rules. So that's why. I think so, Jalen. Who do I like in the AFC West? Good question. I really do like the Chargers. I like everybody in the AFC West. I won't be surprised if the Raiders shock everyone and win the AFC West. The only reason I'm a little hesitant is because of Josh McDaniels. It's the only reason. Because the guy doesn't have a good track record as a head coach. He doesn't. So that's the only holdup. But they got a really good roster. I think it's a coin flip. You know, I mean, multiple coin flips, I guess. I think anybody, there can win, honestly. Anybody. The Chargers seem like the best bet, though. Or the Chiefs. But the Broncos, I mean, can't really... Yeah, I would just say everybody. I would say everybody. The Raiders are going to be the team that everyone puts forth, but they could easily win that division and shock everyone. I wouldn't be surprised. OBJ reportedly wants at least $7 to $8 million for this year. I heard that. I don't know how much of that is true. I don't know, but I'm assuming if the Rams were going to do a deal like that, it would be heavily incentive based. Like maybe give him $3 million up front because OBJ is not playing a full season, so they don't want to pay him all this money to play however many games. So I mean that's yeah, yes, they are. And I don't know how you feel. I can't tell how you feel about that, Renee, but I'm very excited because Kit Harington was awesome as Jon Snow, and I'm very, very excited for the Game of Thrones. I think they waited way too long to capitalize on it, but House of the Dragon comes out in August, and it looks like the Game of Thrones TV, like anthology series, if you want to call it that, cinematic series, because they're going to do all sorts of stuff. They're going to do Jon Snow. I heard that they could do something with Arya. I heard that they're going to get into animation. So Game of Thrones is about to get expanded for sure, and I'm definitely for it. Sorry, Jake, didn't realize you did call in today. I just saw on Twitter. Oh, yeah, no worries. I do it tomorrow as well, and the MCU one is on Monday. I don't fear the Chiefs. No, I don't. I don't fear any team, again, because like I don't feel like this team is like almost there and like they need some help. Like I feel like they are there. Like I feel like this is, if there's ever going to be another New England Patriot, Tom Brady, Bill Belichick dynasty, I'm not saying the Rams to that, are going to be that to a T, but the Rams are the closest thing that you've seen to that level, and it's because of Sean McVay and Les Snead and Tony Pastors and what they've been able to do, moving around money and, coaching up guys to the best of their ability, hiring good coaches, finding good players in the draft. That's the thing. So this is the closest that I think we're going to see for quite some time to that, that level. What's up, Nolan? What's up, Peo? More people need to tune in to call in. It would be dope, like Twitter Spaces, especially when the season starts. Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's just, I don't really know how to get people to do it because, I mean, we haven't gotten a ton of viewers, but, yeah, no, I definitely agree with you there, 100%. See, this is why I pop my chain, because it's freaking annoying. I mean, I also like it more, but it's annoying when it's tucked, and I forgot it was tucked, and I started, like, fidgeting with it, and it was bothering me, so, yeah, annoying. That's why. Yeah, we got to get that thing going, so we'll see how call-in works. I'm going to try and start promoting it, maybe, get some commercials out there or something, I don't know, but definitely want to get more people on that. Rams will go 11-6 or 10-7. Too hard to get up for each game this year and such a brutal schedule. I don't see that. I think at minimum they win 12 games at minimum. I think this is potentially a 14-13 win team, but I think at minimum they win 12. If there's a big injury like Stafford goes down, God forbid, you could be looking at 8, 9, 10, whatever, but I think they definitely win 12 minimum if everybody is, every key player, every player that, yeah. I think they win 12 minimum. Analysts don't seem to talk about how Stafford's going into his second season under McVay. If he was that good his first year, imagine how good he'll be next year. Yeah. But I did hear Tom Brady talked about a lot going into his third year in the system. Yeah. Interesting how that works. Who poses the largest threat against our repeat of the championship? The Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl. I think the Buffalo Bills are the one team where the Rams might have a little bit of trouble with that. Let's see. Payo, YouTuber question. Wait. I'm so confused the way it's showing up on my side. Okay. Question. What's your opinion on the Rams YouTube channel? I feel like they could do more after seeing what the Lions, Jets, and Cowboys do with off-season behind-the-scenes content. All right, Payo. I'm going to say it. You ready? I noticed they upgraded their cameras a little bit, somewhat. But they can do better. They can do better. You know, I know things are run there a little differently. Obviously, you know, with credentials and PR, it's really difficult, in my opinion, to get interviews with anybody. I've reached out to PR, and they don't really help at all. John Franklin Myers was basically told back when he was on the Rams that, like, he couldn't just go straight on my show. Like, they had to make him... He had to go talk to PR. PR would have to set it up. So I went through PR department, and they were like, yeah, you know, we're just not going to do it. Or like, yeah, we'll talk to John about it. Never got back to me. So, yeah. You open this thing up, and I'm 100% unapologetically me. But I'm going to say it, okay? I live in New York. I was just in the Bronx about a couple weeks ago. And we won't talk about my experience there because I was there to see a Yankee game which got canceled after I drove 3 hours to see them. And then Ticketmaster didn't refund me, so they basically stole my money. We won't get into that. What we will get into is the fact, you guys have ever seen John Boy Media? And I'm sure some of you have. Okay? John Boy Media is growing like crazy. Like small content creators that blew up. John Boy is the one that started it. Or that's what he's called. I don't know his actual name. But I follow him. And so John Boy Media is the one that blew up all of those baseball videos, like when the guy's narrating over it, breaking things down, like a strike call, or like my guys are effing savages, the Aaron Boone thing that went viral. So they blew up, right? Well, I was just thinking this, and this is going to sound bitter, but you have to hear me out when I say this. So John Boy Media has a podcast called Talkin' Yanks. And Talkin' Yanks, believe it or not, is basically sponsored by the Yankees Entertainment and Sports Network. Talking Yanks is a fan podcast. They're very, very well, you know, they know their stuff. But you see where I'm going here, Payo, and anybody. Essentially, the Rams have not done that with any content creator. And I will just say this. If they ever do, might be smart to hit us up. Us young content creators. Because the post-game show on the Yes app, which is the Yankees Entertainment and Sports Network app, is Talkin' Yanks. Talkin' Yanks is like Downtown Rams, but just like blew the hell up. And the Yankees decided to partner with them. And I just feel like, you know, when you mentioned that, Payo, I'm just like, well, you try to get interviews with certain players and whatnot, and Rams PR blocks it, and it's like I don't think Rams PR really tries to work with the small content creators. I'll just say that. As much as I love this team, as much as I love covering them, I cover them without any help from them because they do not give me help. I've applied and I have to be on LA soil or whatever, and so I just figured I'd throw that out there because you mentioned it. But in case you guys didn't know, Talkin' Yanks was a fan-made podcast that blew up, and now the Yankees just partnered with them. The Rams would never do that with Downtown Rams, me, or any Rams content creator in a million years because they just don't. They're not run that way, PR wise. Anyway, we move on. No more shots being thrown. No more bitterness. Just yeah. Just throwing that out there because it's not that we don't put out the good content. I mean, at one point, I think one of you guys told me. What was it? I think it was Nolan pointed it out. I was doing a live stream once during a Rams a post game, the post game stream. My live stream was literally had more. Oh, does he really? You gotta send me some of them. That's amazing. I love that. I love McAfee. Anyway, so I remember, I think it was Nolan that pointed it out. I was doing a live stream while the Rams were doing a live stream, and I had more viewers live than the Rams did. But they would never in a million years partner with somebody like me. Or, partner. I just don't think they partner. It's not just them. I think, honestly, a lot of the NFL is that way. But I know some teams that aren't, and some teams that are really flexible. And you can get credentials easier. Yeah, it's just the way they work. And I don't think it's the right way. And I'll stop talking about it. And yes, I know who it is. And I just, like I said, I've reached out before and they've kind of given me the runaround. So it is what it is. They have to do their job and they've just made mine a little bit more difficult. It's not anything that I can't overcome. But I figured I would point that out. Anyway, which Rams draft picks UDFAs do you think make the roster? Off the top of my head, the tackle we drafted in the 7th, and Russ Yeast probably won't make it. Hope I'm wrong. I think Russ Yeast is probably not going to make it. There's so many guys in the back end of the secondary. It seems like a practice squad guy to me. I don't see Darion Kendrick making it because I don't see how you're going to keep 7 corners. I think Kendrick is going to be a practice squad guy, and I think a big reason is this is somebody that dealt with some off the field stuff, and I think there are teams that won't touch him because of that, and so the Rams will gladly be able to put him back on the practice squad and want to, and develop him, build him up. So that's what I think. Anyway, John McClain energy, yes. When you're so good at throwing the ball like Mahomes to get early success doing it, you get careless a bit. Stafford went through it as well. That's what I noticed. Hit the like button, guys. Thank you, Dr. J. No slander of fellow Rams fans will be tolerated. Positive energy only. Raiders might have the best roster in the AFC West. I'm not kidding. They might. They might actually be the best team in the AFC West. But they're the team that everyone just automatically is like, nope, they're 4th. They're the worst. They don't have Russell Wilson. They don't have Patrick Mahomes. They don't have Justin Herbert. Like Derek Carr is apparently trash or something. Like Derek Carr didn't just have a great season last year. These guys. House of the Dragon, it takes place, I think, 1,000 years before Game of Thrones. So the first episode of Game of Thrones, it's 1,000 years before that, I believe. If anybody knows, correct me. I think it's 1,000 years before is what I was told. So John's gonna get funky with the wildling woman. I guess so. Yeah, I didn't love the way Jon Snow's story ended at the end of Game of Thrones, but no, Darren, don't sleep on the LA Chargers in the AFC West. What's up, Willie? The LA Rams will be 12-1. That's interesting. Do you have more to elaborate on that, or they're just gonna? Are games being canceled? I'm just messing with you. Jake, I know this is probably getting way too ahead of ourselves, but do you think the Rams have a possibility of a three-peat? I do. 100%. 100%. As long as they stay healthy, they got the core, they can do it, man. They can do it. Hey, but Ricky, you didn't miss the show. Always, Peo. Always happy to shed some light on that. Yeah, I saw that. That's awesome. And you know what's funny is I've seen an increase in um what was I gonna say? I've seen an increase in Australian viewers on my YouTube. Like recently, like a recent spike of Australian YouTubers, and obviously it's because of the Australian deal. Um, yeah, I one of my friends on Instagram, Rams fan, he met Nick Scott, so that's really cool. Let's see. That's awesome. Yeah, I love the expansion there. Yes, hit the like button for me. What's up, SG? Who are my top 5 Rams all time? Hmm. Warner. Honestly, Warner, Falk, OBJ, Stafford, and I would say a combination here. It would either be Woods, Littleton. I'd say Woods, Littleton, or uh, hmm. I would say Woods, Littleton, or I'm gonna say Crazy Legs, Elroy Hirsch. So I kind of cheated, but that's really hard. Yes, they are. Yup. What's up, Alex? I don't think they need either that much, as crazy as that sounds. I think OBJ is a luxury, but he's a luxury I want. I think OBJ is more likely, but I could see them both on the Rams by the middle of the season. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not just the Rams, but like I'm not lying, you know. It's the experience I've had. I try to book interviews and I don't get any response back. It's like kind of frustrating, but you know, is what it is. I like I said, you know, shout out to the New York Yankees. You did totally screw me out of you know, money and my tickets. I didn't get to see the game, but you're helping young content creators or small content creators become big because Talking Yanks, they were not that big, and now Talking Yanks and John Boy Media are absolutely huge, and they have like a deal with the Yankees. I love it. I love to see that. If you are an owner of a sports team and you're not trying to partner with like really talented, well spoken, intelligent small content creators, I think you're doing it wrong. I think you're doing it wrong. Um, yeah, I don't see them winning that series. I think it's over. That's interesting. Well, Cup doesn't really burn anybody because he's not like super fast. Uh, the burning is all about speed. Like he's the guy that's gonna win with double moves and you know steps off the line of scrimmage, things like that. I still think this is funny. Yeah, I was giving him crap for that. Oh no, 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 no. I saw that video and I shouldn't be like that. He's not on the Seahawks anymore. He deserved better than the Seahawks, and he's a genuinely good dude. I just think he's really corny. He's like Steve Rogers level corny. What do you think of the Darvin Ham signing, and what's your opinion on Trey Lance? I think Darvin Ham was a great signing or great hiring. He's a winner. You know, he's been around it with Milwaukee. He was with he was with the Lakers. I think he makes a lot of sense. I think he's going to help Russell Westbrook as long as they keep him. And I think with Trey Lance, you know how I feel about Trey Lance. He's the best quarterback in the draft that he came out in, and I think he's going to be leaps and bounds ahead of Garoppolo when he really gets hold of the NFL speed of the game. I think he's really talented. Pretty much what they're doing, you know? Yeah, pretty much what they're doing. McAfee has been on record saying the Rams PR team is, quote, the absolute worst, LOL. Apparently, they deny them access to a lot of things as well, even though his platform is huge. Yeah, I get denied all the time. Like, if I ask to interview any player whatsoever, it's, yeah, we're not gonna do that. I tried to interview Sean McVay, we're not gonna do that. I mean, I went through Sean McVay's agent, and like he okayed it, but I had to go through artists, and you know, I don't feel bad. Like if they want to get mad at me for saying this, fine. I mean, like we have what 56 live viewers, so probably never gonna see it. But if they do, I'm just being honest. I'm not hating on them. I'm not calling them names. Just if I'm speaking honesty, then I don't feel like I'm doing anything bad. Because I'm not being vulgar or anything. I'm not throwing a fit. My face isn't red, you know? It just, yeah, I McAfee, I totally understand that. Like, if you're getting denied all the time, I mean, yeah, I get it. I mean, McAfee's massive. And you can't say, like, well, we don't like what your brand represents. All right, but first off, you had Barstool interview Sean McVay. You literally allowed them to come on campus to the training camp, interview Sean McVay in a van. They've interviewed Aaron Donald. Like, people don't like what Barstool stands for any less than, McAfee. But also keep this in mind, folks. Like, this is where sports is going. Like, we talk about this, but why do you think? Like, why do you think that YouTube is having all sorts of these sports content creators show up? I'm telling you, it's very simple. It's because people are tired of the same stuff on TV. You're funny. Oh, Ryan. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have spoken on it. Maybe it'll burn my bridge or whatever. I've been doing fine without it, right? 2016. Hey, we interviewed Quentin Lake before they did. He's on record saying, I mean, we met with him before the Rams met with him, so I don't know. Troy Hill is an underrated signing this year. Hope he plays like his 2020 self. I agree. I don't know why anybody like thinks that's a bad move or why he's overrated. I've actually seen that. We are back to everybody hating on Troy Hill. I'm very much looking forward to that. I think the Broncos might finish last in the AFC West. Russell Wilson is on the decline and downgraded his receivers. Interesting. I don't know how to feel. I really don't know. It's hard to bet against Russell Wilson, but I really don't know how to feel, to be honest with you. Um, what's up, Paul? I'm doing well. A little groggy. I think you guys can tell, but I wanted to go live. It's been a while, so, you know. No, I agree with you. They kind of did John dirty there at the end of Game of Thrones. That is really interesting. Um, that might be the case. That might be the case. Very interesting stuff. John Chanel is a power blocking and goal line scoring fullback. The Rams should sign him, put him on the practice squad. Eh, I just don't. They don't care for fullbacks. They drafted one. They never used him. They cut him. So I don't see it. Wait, McVay would have a 574 percentage? I mean, it makes sense, but it sounds just nuts. If he went 0 and 17, he'd have a 57% win percent. What? That's nuts. Oh god. Yeah. Yeah, the Avs are 100% going to win it all. It's good for hockey. Am I annoyed they beat the Oilers? Absolutely. But it's good for hockey because I mean, well, I can't even say that because I mean, here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say I'm a hypocrite, right? Because is it good for the NFL if the Rams don't win the next 3 years? Like, I'm not going to say that. Like, because I like the Rams, but like, is it good for hockey if there's not a repeat winner? Because the Lightning were going for the third straight cup. So, yeah. Brick's got the like button. Yes. Thumbs up, folks. Hit the thumbs up button. You dig. 99. No Fletcher. Following up on my Akers question, do you feel like we need to address power back in free agency? Love Hendo, but in an ideal world, he's not your starting goal line back. I don't. I just don't think that they're gonna go for that. Like, I don't think that they are. They are not a team that diversifies their running backs at all. Really, they should, but I just don't see them doing it. So I'm gonna say no, but I see what you're doing. I see what you're saying, and it makes sense. I just don't think they'll do it. That's not how they operate. Do you think the Rams will continue to struggle against the Niners, go another 0-6, or is it behind them? It's behind them. It was a monkey that was taken off their back, and I think that's behind them. I really do. SG, I appreciate that. Appreciate it, but I do have the only issue is with post games. The way it works is I always got to go on JE Live. That's why I turn down a lot of different shows. And I hate turning down any shows, but I'm so committed to this audience here, this platform and this community, that I'm always gonna do a JE Live after every game. That's like my thing. So unfortunately, I'll have to turn you down, but I could do that. If you want me on for like a pregame or something, I'd be game for that. Just really any like the day of the game really doesn't work for me, but like, if we're previewing it or something, that's probably better. Just being like honest. I didn't want to say no and not have a reason. Like that's my legitimate reason. I've turned down multiple spots because I just like having that consistency. Keep doing JE Live after every game. People keep coming back. They know that hey, I'm going live right after the game. So. You might be. I don't miss the Whitehorns at all. But I understand, they have kind of that following, and I get it. I don't know if they have the best offense in the league. That still needs to be proven. I think they have a chance to be the best offense in the league, but, you know, I wouldn't say they 100% have the best, but they have a top 3 offense, and the defense is, I think, top 10, probably top 5. So, oh, well, he could be in there. He could be in there. Yeah, he would still get a ring. Jets question: do you think Jermaine Johnson starts? The return of Carl Lawson, the consistency of John Franklin Myers makes me think otherwise, unless they play him at 3 tech. This is a great question, Nolan. As I'm really starting to learn about the Jets, starting covering them and everything, I will say this. I think Jermaine Johnson is very, very impressive on film, and he's going to be somebody that I think they play the slow approach with. That's why he's the 3rd pick in the first round that they got. He was like later on, and he did fall. I'm not saying he's raw, but I agree in the sense you got Carl Lawson and you got John Franklin Myers, who I actually believe is their best player now. He had 53 pressures last year, led the team in pressures. I think Lawson is going to be so huge because they didn't have him last year because of the injury. So having Lawson back, like Jermaine Johnson was a guy where if they want to kind of move, like you're saying, if they want to kind of move Myers into like the 3 tech, then I could totally see Jermaine Johnson starting. But I don't think they're going to rush it on him. I think he's going to be like a rotational pass rusher early on in his career and then kind of work on that, you know? That's what I would say, but that's a great question, because I could see them. I mean, if he balls out in training camp and preseason, maybe he even gets a nod, but, it's really interesting with the Jets because when you look at the Jets roster, like they have a lot of bodies, like on the defensive line, and pass rusher, edge defender, whatever you want to call it, outside linebacker, they have some guys as well, but it really, really depends on where they're going to play John Franklin Myers. That's where I'm trying to that's what I'm trying to figure out because that's where it all depends on. Like you said, if they play him at the 3 tech, then you could see Jermaine, but I mean, I'm looking at my notes now. The way I had it, let's see. I mean, it's really interesting because Vinny Curry's back, who had the blood disorder. So Vinny Curry's back, and he could have a better role this year, Bryce Huff, Jacob Martin, they signed. So I mean, they got some guys. Clemens as well, draft pick. Zuniga and Annoy. I don't know if those guys will necessarily make the team, but Quinn Williams, obviously, we know he'll play defensive tackle. He'll start. But it's like they brought back Nathan Shepard. They still have Tanzel Smart. They have Vinny Curry, Jonathan Marshall, Solomon Thomas they signed, who of course has familiarity with, Robert Saleh. And then they have Sheldon Rankins, who just is not very good. Rankins is a big name that isn't the level. He isn't at the level of the big name that he gets. And I'm not trying to hate on the guy. I'm just being honest. Like, he really wasn't that great last year. And you could tell the people that did not watch the tape think he's going to be, like, really good. So, yeah, it really depends on where they play John Franklin Myers. But Jermaine Johnson is 100% next in line, in my opinion. I do like Jacob Martin, and Bryce Huff is solid. But Jermaine Johnson offers more, I think, right off the rip than those guys. So, again, really good question there. But, I would tend to lean towards if Franklin Myers plays 3 tech, Jermaine Johnson starts. If he does not play a 3 tech, and he lines up a defensive end like Lawson, then Jermaine Johnson's going to be a rotational guy. Maybe even come in on 3rd down, things like that. But yeah, I think they'll be slow with him. But it all depends on John Franklin Myers, where they play him. He can do it all, man. He really can. and he's just scratching the surface, as scary as that sounds. Jake, what do you think LeBron will leave? What do you think LeBron will leave the Lakers or try to win another one in LA again? LeBron isn't going anywhere this year, but down the line, I could see him leaving. Yeah, they do. Not a fan of McAfee. I didn't listen to it. I don't like Drake like at all. Um, and normally like Alexis tries to force me to listen to albums and stuff. But she didn't send it to me, so I don't have to listen to it. Hopefully she's not watching because she'll probably send it to me, and then I'll feel like I have to listen. Because I don't want to be rude. You know, someone recommends. Recommends is kind of a weird word because if you feel like right off the rip they're sending you something they know you don't like, then it's not really a recommendation. So yeah, I guess it's not really rude, but you get my point. All he does is curse and he exploded. I don't know. Like McAfee. Here's the thing, and I think it's kind of hard for some people to understand. Like critics of McAfee, and I'm not saying necessarily you, but critics of McAfee, what they don't understand is that, like, again, not necessarily you, but when you're a content creator like myself, you can really appreciate, the way people kind of have their own thing. Now, I kind of patterned my like speech pattern and everything like when I'm talking because I listened to a ton of Colin Cowherd back when I used to work at a call center. And not a call center. I was doing data entry. That obviously I wasn't on I wasn't listening to the podcast while I'm on the calls. No, data entry. So since I wasn't in the call center yet, when I was doing data entry, I just listened to podcasts all day. And I think over time, I just kind of took Colin Cowherd's, like, I made it my own, but like I took his rhythm, right? And some people kind of compare the way I talk to Tucker Carlson, but I don't watch Fox News, so like I can't say that I did. You know what I mean? Like, but Colin Cowherd, yeah, I listen to the Herd all the time. I don't know about the Tucker Carlson comparison. I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe my pauses is I don't know. Do you guys watch him? I personally don't watch the news. I try to avoid it, but you know, um, maybe it's just my pauses. But anyway, going back to the point that I was making with Pat McAfee, is that you really do appreciate that he has his own like rhythm. Like he has his own way. He has his own thing, and I think that's something that's important because he didn't just copy anybody. And I'm not saying I did. I took bits and pieces of what I liked about, Cowherd's, approach, and I made it my own. Because I'm just combining things that I picked up on with Cowherd and like strategic pausing and things like that. And then just kind of mixing my speech patterns with it. But on top of that, like, when you look at McAfee, he turned himself from a punter into one of the most influential people right now on the internet. I mean, like, regardless if you dislike him or not, I mean, the guy is an absolute freak. He's doing all sorts of stuff. He announces college football. He announces WWE. He wrestled at WrestleMania. He did a freaking moonsault at WrestleMania. Like, and he's got this crazy, thing that generates millions of views. I don't know, man. That guy is just awesome. I really respect that guy. And he started at Barstool, if you remember. McAfee started at Barstool, and then he just made it his own thing and went out and did his own thing. And now here it is. He's doing his own thing, creating his own brand. It's smart. I respect it. Well, I mean, I'm sure he probably was going to be, but apparently Rams PR denied him or something. I don't know, but I would assume. I don't listen to either of them, but I always say I'll take anybody over Drake. I just don't like Drake. I don't like Drake at all. So. Yankee Stadium's great when they actually play. I haven't seen them play since 2019 or 2018, I think it was. So yeah, it's been a minute. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think there's more to it than that, but I'm definitely not going to. And let's get one thing straight. When I was bringing up the PR stuff, that was not throwing shade on the people that put their heart and soul in everything they do there, like Jordan Rodrigue. I mean, she's a friend of the show, and I think she is exactly. And I can say from myself, 12-year-old Jake would have killed for somebody like that to cover the team. I'm just gonna say it right now. Not trying to be offensive to any St. Louis reporter, because Tony Softly was really good back when he covered the Rams. And I liked Carricker a little bit. Miklas at times. But when I was trying to find news, or when I was trying to listen, everything, and I mean everything, was Cardinals or Blues. You had Todd Gurley, the 10th overall pick in the 2015 draft, and I'm on the Fast Lane, listening to Fast Lane 103.1 or whatever it is, and ESPN 103.1 or whatever, the St. Louis. I'm listening to it on TuneIn in study hall, and I'm waiting for them to get to the part where they start talking about my Rams, and they just continue to talk about Tarasenko over and over and over and over and over again. And again, I don't dislike the Blues. I don't dislike the Cardinals, although they cost me that 6-game parlay that I did yesterday that would have won me $400, but don't hate them. I should. That's a lot of money, but I don't hate them. But it's just, the problem is the Rams, their season was coming up. It was football season. I was trying to hear about this, Todd Gurley. Obviously, I got into the draft and I knew what I was doing. But you have Todd Gurley and they're talking about Vladimir Tarasenko. They're talking about the kid on the Cardinals at the time. I don't remember. Not Pujols. It was, they had an up-and-coming kid. Colton Wong. They kept talking about Colton Wong and Vladimir Tarasenko, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, but we have Todd Gurley. Can we talk about that? And they'd be like, all right, let's talk a little bit about the Rams, and we're done. I'm like, all right, that's cool. So, yeah, it's been a blessing to have Jordan Rodrigue covering the team because she actually reports everything. I feel like I'm constantly getting news that I didn't yet. She's great. I think Nick Hamilton, my buddy Nick, does a great job. Nightcast Media. I got some good reporters. But, I mean, I just think we're so lucky to have Jordan. And I don't know how long Jordan is going to be around the Rams. Because she's like upper echelon, like could probably cover the NFL for The Athletic if she wanted to. Like, she's one of the best writers I've ever come across, and she's a great person from my experiences with her. So just talking with her on a podcast, she just is so knowledgeable, and no, she's great. Jake, the Bears owner bought a old closed horse track, and they want to build a stadium like SoFi. They need their own design, not to copy the Rams. Yeah, unfortunately, SoFi is going to be the new thing. People are going to copy SoFi. The Washington Commanders want to build a stadium like the Raiders Stadium in Vegas. That's weird. Jake! What's up, my guy? Appreciate you tuning in. If you're still here, I'm sorry it took a while to get down to these comments. When I elaborate on things, I tend to lose my train of thought. Not lose my train of thought, but, well, really, you guys just flood the comments, which I love. Yeah, amen to that. I haven't played Warzone, so I can't really give my thoughts, but if I'm not mistaken, I can't even talk about it without laughing. Didn't they have a mode where it was like Godzilla versus King Kong? Like, what? Oh my god, man. I got nothing. I got nothing. I'm waiting for somebody to confirm that. Oh my god. I know Durant plays the slot in college, but I think he might be a better fit on the outside than Hill Long, who should rotate at nickel, IMO. I see a lot of Darius Williams and Durant. I see more than Darius Williams and Durant, but I hear you though. I think he's more versatile than give it credit for. But I do think he'll be like their slot god this season if they want to play him there. I think eventually he'll, peel out to the edge. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I know Rams fans that are Golden State Warriors fans. It kind of just it is what it is. But I don't think so. My 53-man roster. Do I have him making the roster? No, I have him getting cut. So, yeah, sadly, I wanted him to work out. Obviously, being a third-round pick, but oh, yeah, yeah. Let me pull up. All right, I'm opening up Letterboxd now. So, actually, I'll do TV time so I can see ones that I recently watched. So, let's see. What the hell? Okay. Movies. So, I've seen The Lost City. I saw it 2 nights ago, I think. Last night? 2 nights ago. The Lost City's good with Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum, Daniel Radcliffe, Brad Pitt. I liked it. I thought it was good. I just saw the Book of Eli. Finally, my God, it took me so long to watch that. I saw Hustle with Adam Sandler and Juancho Hernan-Gomez and all sorts of NBA players, including Anthony Edwards, who, believe it or not, Anthony Edwards picks he plays a good villain. So I saw that. I saw the Resident Evil movie finally. I actually like the casting of Resident Evil, and I enjoyed the movie. I know why people hate it, though. I do. I instantly was like, this is a Jake movie. You know what a Jake movie is? It's a movie that I'm going to appreciate, but most people are going to hate. My guy Jake, I see you. I saw Hello, My Name is Doris with Max Greenfield and I forget her name. Sally Field and Natasha Lyonne. And I think Beth Bears is in it, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, yes, Beth Bears. Say that 5 times fast. That was all right. Yeah, that wasn't bad. So those are the most recent movies I've seen. As far as TV series, well, I've been watching The Boys. I've been watching Miss Marvel. I've been watching Kenobi. I finished Barry. I watched The Boys Diabolical. I've been watching Schitt's Creek. Finished iCarly. Watching Fate, the Winx Saga. I finished Welcome to Eden. I finished Russian Doll. I finished Queen's Gambit. Finished Winning Time. Watched a little bit of Startup. So, obviously, watched Moon Knight. But, yeah, I've been watching a lot of shows, and there's some good ones. There's some good ones for sure. Let's see here. Not really any free agents available. I mean, the ones you mentioned, Julio Jones and Gronk, but the Rams don't have like any money for those guys. They're probably going to use all their money on OBJ. Um, I mean, I don't think that's crazy. I don't think it's crazy to be annoyed. I think Rapp is more of a pseudo linebacker, but that's just me. I want to see Burgess get an opportunity. He's a friend of the show, so obviously I'd love to see him get an opportunity. Um, oh, you hit me with the get Quinn a ring. I'm still gonna go with OBJ. I'd like Robert Quinn to go somewhere where he could win. Um, but if push came to shove, OBJ is one of my all-time favorite players. I want OBJ. Downtown Rams podcast is going well. The Downtown Rams Instagram, as I mentioned earlier, is not got hacked. You can check out our backup Instagram here. We're already at 905 followers. I'm just kidding. We already had a quite a bit from. This was our original account that we switched over from, but yeah, you can go check it out. The Downtown Rams. You can also check out Rams Edge, which is my official Rams show, exclusively on the Call-In app. And you can check out MCU Edge, which is also on the Call-In app, and it is the weekly, every Monday MCU show. And those, if you guys are, nervous about it, I understand not everyone wants to talk like it's, Twitter Spaces, but you can always drop comments. It's a very interactive show. It's meant to be that, and it's meant to be like more of an extensive experience to, my content and just being able to engage more. So definitely check those out if you're interested. Djax was giving Cup. yeah, no, I feel that. Jake, who do you think is the best coach in football? I think it's McVay. I think it's either Tomlin, McVay, or Belichick. I don't care in any order. Those are the top three, in my opinion. Be really interesting to go back and look at every Stafford interception. I feel like a good chunk of them were just arm punts or 50-50 balls. Yes, exactly. Which is why Allen Robinson's addition is going to be huge to turn those into receptions or touchdowns. Are you a big Star Wars fan, and who's your favorite character, Darth Maul or Darth Vader? I would say Darth Vader, but Kylo Ren is my favorite. As far as villain. My favorite in each trilogy, the first one, Anakin. Love Anakin. And specifically Anakin in the third movie is my favorite. The episode in the second trilogy, the actual, the original, is Han Solo. I think Han Solo is the best character in that by far. And then in the newer trilogy, it could have been Finn, but I just don't feel like they gave Finn justice. They didn't explore on the fact that, he might have been force sensitive and whatever. But, I would definitely say Kylo Ren. I think Adam Driver was just so, I loved him, honestly. Even when he was bad, I was just like, Kylo Ren's awesome. Even though he kills Han Solo, which, is my favorite in the original, but is what it is, I guess. I did really, when I was younger, Mace Windu was my favorite. And then I think, as I grew older, I really, really liked Anakin's character when I went back and, did a whole rewatch of the entire series. Arm punts and miscues. How did St. Louis succeed in suing the NFL over the Rams move, and was that the only successful action of that kind? That's a good question. I don't really know how it worked. I know that St. Louis fans were annoying because annoyed because they felt not only should the city have gotten more in that settlement, but they also should have been able to kind of leverage a team. The problem is once the Rams and St. Louis settled, there was no chance, or the NFL and St. Louis settled, there was no chance of St. Louis to get a team. It's gone. They settled. You can't leverage anything. If they wanted a team back, not going to go that way anyway. So, yeah, I don't know what they're going to do, but that is a big contract. I don't know how that works necessarily. I think most of his stuff is garbage, personally. I just don't think he's very good, but that's just me. I agree with that. I like AJ Hawk. Yeah, I've tried to not copy him, but have my own analogies. I do it at times, but I'm not Colin. I agree. I think he's very well informed, and there are some things he's out of touch with, I think, and there are times where he does show up like that, but I do like him. Yeah, James Gunn's awesome, man. Just think, if cancel culture didn't cancel James Gunn, we would already have Guardians of the Galaxy 3. When people wonder, why is Guardians of the Galaxy 3 taking so long? You canceled him. You canceled James Gunn. So Disney had to, you know, pretend that they cared and put him on leave or fire him, but never actually fire him, bring him back. Just wait time. There you go. Canceled, but now he's okay. um I'll be honest, SG. I don't know if I can get into it. I genuinely do not like it. I just I don't know. I don't like the time, like the '80s vibe. I don't know. I don't really like it. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm sure it's good, but I just can't get into it. Boom. Yeah, maybe now he'll do a song about it. Colin Cowherd said that the Rams are now America's team, most copy team. Yeah. Drake, well, child actors didn't start from the bottom. So let's just get that straight, okay? The whole started from the bottom, now we're here. Drake didn't start from the bottom. Like, Aubrey Graham was on Degrassi. He was a child actor. Like, dude, come on. That's one thing. Little thing, not a big thing, but it's one thing. Another thing is, I don't think he's that great of a rapper. Another thing is, he's not really upbeat. He's boring to me. His voice annoys me. I don't like that he literally just picks every single team to root for. It bothers the hell out of me. And the whole Ghost Rider thing. I just don't like, he doesn't write his own stuff. And I don't have respect for that. And if somebody's like, well, Taylor Swift has Ghost Riders, all right, well, then Taylor Swift loses some respect for me too. I don't think she does, though. I think she does write most of her own stuff. But when it comes down to it, though, like, when people are like, yo, you gotta check out Drake, dude, this beat. Did Drake produce the beat? No? Then am I really checking out Drake for the beat, or am I checking out the producer? That's why I don't like Drake. There's just a myriad of reasons, and I just listed them. I just do not like him. I feel like he's like a poser in the rap hip hop scene, in my opinion, and people just like kind of allowed it. Not to mention one of the most iconic like photos in sports history. You have LeBron James going against Kobe Bryant in the All-Star game. And that dumbass is in the shot. Standing. Like, he ruined it. But, I mean, that's not why. I mean, it's just, it's like, whatever. The fact that there was a Drake uniform for the Toronto Raptors. Yeah, I don't like him. Well, I've always said Foo Fighters is the best modern rock band. And I think I would say they're the best American rock band. Because I think the best rock band from the UK is Muse. Now, Foo Fighters, I don't know if they're going to continue doing their thing. I think they might. I think they might get another drummer, as sad as that sounds. But, I don't know. What I will say is that the band that you need to check out that is very original and is super creative. All right, my thing here, if you've never checked out Starset before, take Breaking Benjamin, Linkin Park, the ideology of, well, I totally forgot the guy's name. David Bowie, there we go. The ideology of David Bowie and like the space love, his love for space, Space Oddity, all of that. They did a cover on that, by the way. And that's Starset. I've seen them 11 times, I think. I'm seeing them in 10 days. They are so good. They really, they're the most original band, I assure you, you'll probably ever come across. Oh, all time. Yeah, the Beatles are the greatest of all time. Absolutely. I agree with you, Willie. I think the Beatles are so underappreciated. I mean, people think the Rolling Stones are better, and come on. The Rolling Stones probably couldn't have done half of what the Beatles did. The Rolling Stones have been around for years. And that's another thing I want to point out. It's, even if the Rolling Stones were better, which they're not, but even if they were, we're talking about a debate. We're talking about a debate for a band that's been around for like 40 years versus a band that literally had a 10-year run of just non-stop excellence. Triple, quadruple, whatever platinum, like breaking records, hit after hit, just pumping out albums. That's the best band of all time. I mean, the Beatles are just ridiculous. So, let's see here. I can believe that as well. I can believe that. I mean, Keyshawn Johnson had the Rams the year they won the Super Bowl. He had them being the third team in the AFC West. Yeah, I can picture that. Oh, Nolan, Brian Burns. I had him over Nick Bosa on my rankings that year in the draft. Loved Brian Burns, man. One of the best pass rushers I've ever scouted. Yeah, Nick's a good dude. Like, he's really like good people. I talk to Nick more or as much as anybody in the industry. Like, I talk to him on the phone a lot. He's a really good guy. He looks out for me. He looks out for people that are, looks out for people. He's just a good person. Yeah. Oh my God, would they ever? Clan Ram got me through that, man. I feel that. Yeah. Yep. That was a thing. That was a W. My guy Jake. The last food item that Jake delivered. Let me look it up. It's been like dead in my area. I'm gonna have to start like going out of my area to get. Apparently now it's about to blow up. Go figure. Not like when I'm busy it is, but normally. Anyway, let's see. All right, earnings. Let's go details. Earnings activity. So this is. Is it gonna show me the food? Oh, it doesn't even show me the details, bro. Well, anyway, I remember picking up Five Guys, so it was a Five Guys burger, I think. Yeah, I've heard stuff like that. I don't know what to believe, to be honest with you. I just think Von Miller didn't. He got paid a lot of money, essentially. You've been wasting your nights watching Ash vs. the Evil Dead, but I also want to waste my nights watching Ash vs. the Evil Dead. I'm very interested. How is that, by the way, Steven? I really like the Evil Dead. I was considering buying the video game that came out, like $40. Yeah, Raccoon City is pretty solid, Nolan. I'm not gonna lie, I liked it. The Drop? Never heard of it. I have not seen Top Gun or Jurassic Park Dominion. Top Gun is not my type of movie. Very rarely do I see a movie in theaters, like a trailer, and like roll my eyes about how long the trailer is or how boring it is. Top Gun to me was just incredibly boring. Like it's not for me. And the fact that it passed Multiverse of Madness in the box office, I mean, good for them. Thor's gonna absolutely rock their world, but you know. They do. Rap was really good his rookie year. Yeah, man. Tell him. I agree. That was yeah, exactly, Kellen. So I was a big Mace Windu fan when I was a kid, and I think that's really what it is when you're an adult and you can process things more. Obviously, I went through multiple watch throughs. Anakin didn't turn to the dark side on his own. Actually, it wasn't just Windu's fault. And I'm going to get hate for this. I've already gotten it before. We've done it before. We're going to do it again. You guys ready? The one character I do not like in the Star Wars franchise is Yoda. Yoda is stupid, man. Yoda's so dumb. There's an article out there that like gives you 30 reasons why Yoda is the worst Jedi. I saw it the other day. Like he's so bad. Yoda is like he like lets all of the Wookiees get like slain. He's like, I failed, and then he runs away. He's like, all right, yo, peace out. Yoda's the one that basically tells Anakin not to worry about his mom, let her go. Jedi don't hold on to anything. Dude, Yoda is a freaking moron. Like, Yoda is such a... I do not like Yoda. I just don't. Never really liked Yoda, but, like... I don't know. I liked him when I was younger, but... Grogu is a better character than Yoda. I know Grogu doesn't talk, but Grogu is better than Yoda. I don't even know what that was. That was loud. I was gonna look up the article. Why Yoda sucks. 10 unpopular opinions about Yoda according to Reddit. Original trilogy, Yoda wasn't that wise. No, he wasn't wise at all. Also, and I didn't really watch the series because I wasn't really... I didn't like the animation of the Clone Wars. But if I'm not mistaken, didn't Yoda just tell... Like, he's the one that kind of told, Ahsoka to piss off. Obviously, he didn't say that, but... Like... I mean, I don't know. The thing I find funny is that Yoda sensed the dark side in Anakin in the first movie. But he didn't sense Palpatine. Hmm. Like, he just, I don't know. He's just terrible. Yeah, no, I know. I couldn't get into the Clone Wars. I just didn't like the animation style at all. What's up, Brandon? Did you get your account back on Instagram? I remember you got hacked. That was frustrating to see. Cancel culture, man. There's no way Guardians of the Galaxy 3 hasn't been out for at least a year if he doesn't get canceled. Canceled. Jake, I seen a preview of the new Thor movie. Natalie Portman, huge. She is the mighty Thor. Yeah. Her arms, yeah, oh my god, yeah, she's big. Jake, I chopped my pinky toe off if it meant you'd give Letterkenny a watch. I swear I'm like 99% sure you won't regret it. I watched like one episode. I honestly like I don't know. I don't think it's for me, but maybe I'll watch it again. Um, Drake's the goat, man. That's one thing I won't agree with you on, Jake. Yeah, we definitely disagree, Isaac. I would say Eminem is probably the goat. I just his pattern of he's just ridiculous. I don't even know how he does what he does. He writes everything he does. I think he's the best in my opinion, but he got injured before. Yep. I figured I did. He is a poser. Exactly. I love the Beatles. Yeah, U2 has two albums that I really like. The Joshua Tree record and then the what is it? War? Is it called War? Sunday Bloody Sunday? I don't know. I think it's War. I like that record. But I don't like either of those music. Like old school pop music was pretty solid, but you know, I mean, I guess if you call Panic at the Disco pop, like I would kill if that was all the pop music. Like if every bit of pop music sounded more like Panic, I'd be all for it. But no, pop today is bad. I hate country. I really hate country. Well, Alex, you might be listening to the wrong Beatles. Are you listening to the post Help Beatles? Because if you are not, then a lot of their stuff sounded very 50s, like rockabilly. So, like, I want to hold your hand. Like, when people tell me, like, that stuff put me to sleep, I get it. I like it, but, and I don't listen to it that much. I listen to me, if you want to get into the Beatles and you want to understand what the hype is about them, you got to check out Abbey Road. Well, Revolver's their best record, in my opinion. Sorry, it is. Revolver, Abbey Road, Let It Be, Rubber Soul, and you got to skim through the White Album. The White Album has a lot of bizarreness, I'll just say. And then Sergeant Pepper's, and then Magical Mystery Tour, which I think is the worst. Well, the worst is Yellow Submarine because it's like just an instrumental album. It's not very good, but it's just weird. But Magical Mystery Tour was just straight drugs, man. They're on so many drugs. Like, there's no way any of them have like a clear mind during that. That record is so drugged up, but I still like it. It's just so different. It got canceled? Are you kidding me? Why did it get canceled? Did it, like, tell me it had an ending? Did it have, like, a good, fulfilling ending? I can't get into another show. Like, I got into, you know, this one girl I was dating. She got me into this show. It was called, Young and Hungry. And, like, after we stopped, like, we cut things off. I cut things off. Um, I kept watching it, and it wasn't like it was weird, right? Because like I was like, well, my ex kind of likes this show, and she showed me this, but then I kind of got into the show, Young and Hungry, and like Emily Osment, I like her, she was in it. I watched like 5 seasons, and then I'm not gonna try to spoil it for you, but the ending, there's no ending. It is a cliffhanger, and it got canceled by Freeform. Like, so I hope it's not that. 100%. Aman Vellani is perfect for playing Kamala Khan. Stanley Cup, I think it's going to be the Avalanche. I don't know. Oh, boy. Yeah, well, what I do is when I'm picking up orders from Five Guys, I'll ask them to like triple bag it, and like they roll their eyes or whatever. But I'm like, well, listen, okay, you're gonna dump your fries in there, and it's gonna melt through the bag. So can you triple bag it for me? And then like they roll their eyes, but then they help me out. So yeah, I also always have a heat bag because I don't know about you, but if I order delivery, I expect my food to not be cold by the time I get it. I'm spending money on it. Um, but that's the thing. So I always put it in a heat bag. I zip it up, and then when I get to the house or apartment or wherever I'm dropping it off, I unzip it, and there you go. Like I just drop it off at their door, and you know, definitely if you're delivering, the heat bags are very important. The insulated heat bags. Yeah, Christian, it's been a minute. What's up? How you doing? Long time no see. More money, that's the reason, absolutely. Yes, Yoda is absolutely at fault for Anakin. MCU is getting kind of stale to me. Wish the movies were a lot more self-contained. Yeah, I don't feel that way. But I you're not the first person I've seen say that. I don't feel that way, so I can't agree. But I respect your opinion. I just think like Phase 4 was not for everybody. Is that fair to say? Phase 4 is not for everybody. Like the people that really, really, really love the MCU, people that love Marvel, like they're gonna probably unapologetically love it. But like, I don't know. Phase 4 was not for everybody. It was definitely risky the direction they went in. But I absolutely love it. Lightyear did horrible. Yeah, I want to see Lightyear, but I don't want to go to the movie theater to see it. And I want to see Jurassic Dominion, but I don't know if, well, I might want to go to the movie and see it, but I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I'm with you, Kareem. I'm 100% with you. I was surprised. I was definitely surprised. I didn't think it was going to be this good, and now I can't wait for it. I'm like annoyed because tomorrow's Sunday, and Sunday was Barry Day, like where I'd be like, oh, I'll watch Barry because the new episode came out, and they finished season 3, and I'm just sitting there like, what am I gonna watch? I guess nothing, but yo, I hate that when I like the show that me and my ex used to binge. I do that all the time. I have ex girlfriends. Like I have playlists that ex girlfriends made on my phone. It's so awkward because it's not the playlist. I don't actually go through those playlists, but the weird thing is like, for instance, there's certain songs, like the song Away by Breaking Benjamin is part of a record. I think it's Dear Agony. If you guys are Breaking Benjamin fans, you know. If you're not, then I don't blame you. Like, you know, it's not for everybody, whatever. But Breaking Benjamin, who I really like, they have a song called Away, which I really liked. But my ex used to play it all the time. So, like, it's weird because every time I hear it, regardless of how I feel about her, like, I don't have any, like, interest in going that route again. Forwards, not backwards, am I right? It's just weird because it's like, hey, I'm listening to this song and all of a sudden it comes on. Now I'm thinking about my ex-girlfriend, like, you know, or like, hey, I'm watching this, you know, show and it's great, but now I'm thinking about my ex-girlfriend, you know? So, yeah, it's, it's something. Palpatine is a master, though. Yeah. That's interesting. That, that is interesting. I'd like to see them elaborate on that, you know, down the road. I don't know if Acolyte will do that, but I know they're planning on telling the story before episode 1. The reason they sense the darkness at all is because the Jedi Temple is built on the old Sith Temple that was turned light. Palpatine turned it dark again. Gotcha. I'm going to sit this one out on the Beatles, not trying to push this chat into a frenzy. So they couldn't detect him. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, the DCEU, I feel so bad for everybody. Think about all the filmmakers, all of the staff, the production staff, makeup, VFX, all these people that put their heart and soul into this Flash movie, only to pretty much be sitting there wondering if it's going to get canceled entirely or if they're going to release it and not get any sort of real box office, because people go to the theater to see actors and actresses, you know, like very rarely. And I mean, I'm not going to say that Eddie Redmayne isn't like a really popular actor, but I didn't know who he was before I saw Fantastic Beasts. I just knew Fantastic Beasts was a prequel to Harry Potter. And I heard that the Fantastic Beasts, like the 5 movies, are going to go right into the first Harry Potter. So I was really psyched for that because I'm a big Harry Potter fan. And, you know, Eddie Redmayne played Newt Scamander. And I was like, I don't know who that is, but like, I really liked his performance. That is what drew me to that movie. It was the Harry Potter connection, not Eddie Redmayne playing Newt Scamander. So that's where I'm going here with Ezra Miller. Ezra Miller is not going to be brought back as the Flash. Period. Exclamation point. End of story. He's gone. They've already filmed the movie. They've spent $2 million or whatever on this movie. So it's like you can't just, yeah, you know, like we'll just reshoot it with Grant Gustin. You can't do that. You can't. That's way too much. Way too much effort. And you're trying to get this thing out by the end of this year. So, sadly, their approach is basically like, yeah, we hope he doesn't do anything that bad where, like, we have to cancel the movie outright, because basically it's either cancel it or release it. Like, cancel it or release it as is. They're not going to... The problem is the Flash movie is very based on the Flashpoint story, which brings other Flash into the scene. So they created scenes with other Flash characters. And, of course, as we know, the original Batman's going to be in it. Michael Keaton, or one of the original Batman. But the problem is, when you do that, is now you can't make Grant Gustin the main Flash. The main Flash was already filmed as Ezra Miller, and Grant Gustin's in it, in all likelihood. I don't know if he is. I think he is, but I don't know. I don't follow DCEU anywhere near as much as I do MCU. But that's my point, is that, like, now it's done. Like, it's filmed. It's just really unfortunate. You know, you had all these people that put so much effort into that, and it just bothers me. You know? I really feel for those people. Drake is the Dwayne Johnson of music. Can't deny the success and accolades, but in terms of ability compared to the field, just overrated by a mile. I do like The Rock, but I know what you mean. Uh, yeah, I know, right? Crazy. I mean, that's the hope. Is like they're really trying to release this thing. But Ezra Miller, if he does one more thing, like if he gets arrested or something, they're gonna cancel the film. I mean, they're going to. They can't. It would just be bad. So with everything going on with Amber Heard, especially, unfortunately, that's just how it works. But oh my God, really? I don't know if I want to watch it then. Nice. Yeah, I want to see both of them. I think Lightyear I'll wait until it comes out on Disney Plus. Jurassic World Dominion I'm considering seeing in the theater. I've been there before, and I'm sorry you're down bad. Oh, it's Alexis's birthday. Um, yeah, I've definitely been there before, Jake. I hear you. I don't think a quesadilla would sound that bad right now. Yeah, so my friend was telling me about it. My friend Alex bought it. My other friend Alex, obviously, you're a friend and your name is Alex too. Now that I think about it. But yeah, my friend Alex bought it and was like, "Hey, you should get it." And I haven't really gamed that much. That's why I haven't been live gaming. But I definitely consider it at some point playing it live. On the stream. I think it'd be fun. So yeah, I saw his review was that it was good. It wasn't as good as Until Dawn. He said Until Dawn is better, but very interesting for sure. Phase 4 is not for these fans who obsess with Reddit fan theories. No. No, it is not at all. It is not. I've seen so many people upset on Reddit. I saw people that were upset that they did a Miss Marvel show. Dude, Miss Marvel's such a dope character. I don't know why people don't like Miss Marvel. And I'm not gonna get into the whole like she's a different race, skin color, all of that. I'm sure there are people out there that don't like her for that reason. But I don't know if it's because she's a girl or what, but people do not like Kamala Khan or Kamala Khan, sorry. And I honestly I didn't read the comics, but I saw her character in the Avengers game that I beat, and I loved her in that game. I thought she was a great character, makes a lot of sense, and the casting is perfect. Uh, by the band like the Cars, I think I've heard them before. Yeah, I've probably heard of them before. The X playlist is another thing that gets to you. Don't let it have fire tracks too. Yep. I hope they put as much effort in Morbius to its sequel, Morbius Morbin Time. Oh God. Aquaman movie saved the DC Comics movie franchise. I've never seen it. Um, I refused to see it because Amber Heard was in it, and I didn't like her, so I I never got around to seeing it, and then the stuff came out about Johnny Depp, and I really didn't want to see it. So So Kareem, I first off, I gotta say, I love Soldier Boy's character. The idea of combining Captain America and Havoc from X-Men is just brilliant. Like he's got the same exact look and powers as those two. Um, my thought. Well, I here's the thing I'm wondering because I don't know if you saw. But the season 4, because it got announced for season 4, and I'm gonna bring it up because I already forgot what it looked like. But there was something I noticed. Let's see. Where the hell is this? I'm trying to find the season 4 renewal. They post a lot. The marketing team for the boys is savage as hell. My God. Like Alex, when do I get my powers? And Homelander's like, you don't. My God, I cannot for the life of me find this. It wasn't that long ago. Oh, here it is. Okay. All right. This is what I'm talking about. Ready? Because look at this thing right here. Season 4. Look who is in this. We got A-Train. We got Starlight, Homelander, MM. We have I forget her name. Yeah, I'm still Newman. The one that they based on AOC, which is hilarious. We got The Deep. And we got Huey. We got Kamiko. And there's Billy Butcher. But notice in this little thing, and I understand it's a small picture, but we don't have Soldier Boy. We don't have Frenchie. We don't have Maeve. So yeah. That is interesting. Not saying it's saying that there's anything certain that happened, but I hope they're not, because literally they put a little foreshadowing in the comments. I was a little worried about that. So they close at midnight now? That's dumb. They were the only things open until 1. That's stupid. Yeah, he did. He did, Joseph. Ezra Miller did get in trouble. What's up, GOAT? That's genius. But that's very true. I mean, the Jedi code was always dumb. And you could tell they got so, like, set in their ways. Yeah. I like Lady Gaga as Harley. She can act. I don't want Joker 2 to be a musical. I'm hoping it's not a full-blown musical and just has some elements to it, but who knows? Kareem, that was before they were captured. So, yeah. I hope they're Do you envision Tutu Atwell getting on the field? I feel like Jacob Harris has the higher ceiling, a potential red zone role that Tutu simply won't have unless we have a ton of injuries. I think Tutu Atwell is going to have a bigger role than Jacob Harris. I think they're going to play things slow with Jacob Harris. I think Atwell will have more of a role this year, though. Jacob Harris in year 3 or year 4 is probably when he's going to be unleashed or allowed to, have a bigger role. Keep in mind, he only played football for 2 years. Tutu Atwell's smart, man. He was a former quarterback, so, he it's not that Jacob Harris isn't smart, but Tutu Atwell is, he's got the experience essentially, What is on me? So annoying. It was like pollen on my shirt. Like it wasn't even. I mean, there was some pollen out today, but. Oh God, never again. Or ever, but I'll let you have that one. Yeah, I mean, I love Christian Bale, so I'm here there. I did. So I downloaded. I'm trying to think. What did I download? I got some PS1 games. I got the Toy Story one for nostalgia. I figured I would just give it a rip. It's like play it a little bit and be like, all right, there's my nostalgia. I'm good. Kinetica on the PS2. Freaking remember that game. That game was so fun. And apparently I'm really good at it because I have not lost. Kinetica was like very Tron-esque racing. If you know what, Tron is. PlayStation 3 games I'm streaming. I got Resident Evil 4, the remastered or what. Resident Evil 4, the controls are so bad. That's my one issue is like it's just hard, man. Like the controls just and I know that's how it was, but my God, I cannot wait until they remake it. I'm just gonna wait until they remake it, honestly. I haven't really played many games though. Like really, I took a break from gaming. I'll probably start that up soon. And probably on my gaming channel, but I think like the one game that I played a little bit, I played a little Elden Ring. I got to I don't know some volcanic level, and yeah, I joined something. That doesn't tell you a lot. I joined Volcano Manor, whatever that is, and then I played. I'm trying to think what I played. Horizon Forbidden West. And Horizon Forbidden West, I'm like annoyed at myself that I stopped playing it because the game is just a masterpiece. It is so beautiful. Such a beautiful game. We used to have Taco Bell at 1 a.m. Apparently now they have midnight, according to my guy Jake, who lives right by me. I don't know if I would say that, but it does, they kind of, it's based on it. It's not, they're not going to repeat the comics, which I think is something that a lot of people forget, is that it's based on it, Yeah. Who literally looked at Jesse Eisenberg and was like, you know what? He'd be a really good Lex Luthor, not Riddler. The dude is literally the Riddler. Like, he's Edward Nygma. What were you thinking? Well, I will say in the Gotham series, the guy who played Edward Nygma was, like, awesome. But, yeah, I don't know. I always felt like Jesse Eisenberg looked like Edward Nygma to me. That's weird. Dumpster juice. Seth Rogen was just in the last episode of The Boys. The Green Hornet. I don't know. I don't even know how true any of that is, to be honest with you, but I don't know who that is, but I'll definitely take your word for it. So this is interesting. Omni-Man is not from planet Earth. I forget what he's called. I forget his he is a Viltrumite. So he's from the planet Viltrum. Um Guardians of the Globe, Viltrum Empire. Nolan Grayson. He is from another planet. Whereas they made Homelander in a lab using Compound V. I'm willing to bet that Homelander can be killed. And I'm willing to bet that Omni-Man could kill him. I would say Omni-Man. But it's a really good question. I don't think there's a wrong answer either. I mean, I think I could see a scenario where he killed Omni-Man. But the thing with Homelander is that in the comics, and they're not going to do it, so I'm not spoiling anything in the show because they're not going to do it. They've already basically showed you who, and you guys already know where I'm going with this. They already showed you who Black Noir is, and it's not Homelander. It's not a clone of Homelander in a Black Noir suit, ready to kill him in case he acts up. No, it is just another guy, and so because of that, they're not going to go that route. They're not going to have a clone. Maybe they'll bring in a clone, but they're not going to go with the surprise clone. So it does beg the question, who can kill Homelander? But at the same time, Stan Edgar's very intelligent. He's methodical. Any character that Giancarlo Esposito plays is going to be intelligent and methodical and, opportunistic. So there's got to be some sort of thing, like an insurance policy in there, should Homelander go crazy. They might not show him the whole season, but he's going to be behind closed doors, I think, pulling strings. That's a good question. 100%. Crimson Countess is 100% based on Scarlet Witch. It's making fun of Scarlet Witch, essentially. I think so, too. I like the cast rumors, though. I like Elizabeth Lail. I know not a lot of people liked her as Beck and You, but I really did. I really liked her. And, man, Rudy Panko, if you guys have never seen Outer Banks, then you don't realize, Rudy Panko is perfect for Johnny Storm. The only one that I would say is even in contention with him is probably the guy who plays John B., who's his best friend in Outer Banks. And, I think Chase Stokes would be just as good. I did not. What's up, Ruggs? No, I did not, unfortunately. So I wouldn't be able to tell you. But what is the Flight 22 series? I'm gonna look it up. Is that the Jets? Are you talking about the New York Jets? Because I don't think I've seen that yet. I wanted to. Yeah, I think it is the Jets. That's probably why you're asking me. Yeah, I'll check that out at some point. The 5-part documentary. I know I wanted to. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll be checking that out. I'm sorry, I thought you meant like a movie or a TV show. I was like, no, I haven't seen it, but I'll check it out. But yeah, no, the Jets one I'll definitely check out because I've been meaning to look at that. I forgot what it was called though. Let's see. Thoughts on Dakota Fanning getting a role in the MCU? Saw she was going to be Sue Storm most likely. Dakota Fanning is going to be Sue Storm. It's not going to be Elizabeth Whale. What is happening? Um, I know she joined the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and she joined the cast of Equalizer 3 to team up with uh Denzel Washington, who was her co-star in Man on Fire. But she's already joined the MCU though, it looks like. So the speculation is Sue Storm. But I don't know who else she would play. All right, so I gotta ask you guys: is giant freaking robot, is that like legit news, or is that like clickbait? Because I see Nikolai Coster-Waldau has joined a secret Marvel project. I see Fantastic Four movie considering gender swap. I wonder what that would be about. They would make the Thing a female? That's interesting. Um, John Boyega has filmed a secret Marvel appearance. Like, is this actually like real? I don't know how like real they are. Yeah, I mean that's a rumor. I don't know how true it is, but what I like about The Boys is that it literally makes fun of everything. Like when people complain about, oh, it's super political, it's making fun of your politics, it's making fun of their politics, it's making fun of everything. Like back when back before cancel culture, back when things actually were fun. Like Eddie Murphy's prime when he was able to call everybody in the audience all sorts of stuff. And it was okay. I love how the first thing I put in is giant freaking and then it said robot reliable. So it doesn't seem like it has a great rating. Kills me, man. The Boys is just awesome. I love it. I love it. Yeah, the Wonder Man series, which I think might have Paul Bettany's vision in it. We'll see, but what do I think about what, Amber? I'm sorry if I missed your comment. I'm trying to go through all these comments. It's kind of weird. Like, it's not. I kind of agree with both of that. I do think the writing at times has been poor, but I'm enjoying the Kenobi series, and I think people had way too high expectations. Like, the people that were sitting there and, like, look, I want Cal Kestis to show up in the finale as much as the next guy, but, like, the people that are sitting there and are mad that Cal Kestis didn't show up and saying the show's trash, or like, oh my god, we didn't see Mace Windu, the show's trash, it's garbage, whatever. Like, I don't know what to say. You know? No. What's up, Joseph? No, I was talking about the Bills earlier because of Josh Allen, but I'm covering the Jets and Rams. Mainly the Rams, but I am covering the Jets. I'm not covering the Bills though. I've never visited either city, so I couldn't tell you, unfortunately. I would assume San Francisco is probably better, but I don't know. Oh, nice. Looks like what's his face? I can't remember his name. It's not funny anymore. His look-alike dude just looks like him so much. It's like crazy. Ryan Gosling. That's who I was gonna think of. Oh, someone. I see a comment here. Alex. Yeah, dude. Anytime I see Ryan Gosling, I'm like, oh, sick. Jared Goff is acting. Rudy is a good choice. Yeah, like, I mean, at that point, it's like, it's not even fun. Like, you can't even live your life. It's like, congrats. All you're doing is conquering all the time. You're not actually enjoying anything that you're conquering. I have not, no. I haven't seen the Clippers' new arena either. I don't really care too much about the Clippers. Funny. Lex Luthor BVS casting was, yeah, no, I agree. Do you believe Bruss will become a better lineman than Whitworth? No, I don't. I think he'll be really good, but I don't think he's going to be better than Whitworth. Have you seen the trailer and synopsis for the new season? That is, oh god, that is the worst. That's the worst thing I've ever seen. That the CWDC comic show Gotham Knights is complete and utter garbage. It looks so bad. It's like if Degrassi met like the Batman series. But like it had nothing to do with anything. It's just really bad. Nolan, I hope you haven't seen it. For the love of God, I cannot imagine how you would react. Omni-Man is a menace. Omni-Man destroys Homelander. I agree. I think it might be a little close, but yeah, I'm definitely taking Omni-Man. Yeah, they're very likable. I definitely like them both. The most likable character for me is Starlight. I mean, I love Erin Moriarty. I think she's awesome, but she's probably my favorite character. But I love all the characters. I think they all serve their purpose. Yeah, I feel like that's a cop out. There are some things that are too political, but like I don't know, I hear it all the time, and it's like on both sides, you know. It's like whatever. Um, mind the gender swap. Like, for instance, in The Boys, Stormfront in the comics apparently is a male. And in the actual show, it was a woman. I think it worked well for the story. So I don't mind the gender swap if done right. But, well, Screen Rant, I believe, is, like, more real. Like, Giant Freaking Robot, I've just read a bunch of stuff I just don't buy. I don't know. I was just reading stuff. I'm like, Nikolai Coster-Waldau, I did not hear anything about that. So, that would be awesome. I don't know if that's true, but that would be a true finale. See, the problem is finales shouldn't be just an episode. They shouldn't just be the final episode of a season. There should be an increase in length because it's tying everything together to finish the season, finalize the season. So I think there's going to be a second Kenobi season. But yeah, if we get an hour and 33, I'm all for it. Might be something I might have to watch the next day, though, because staying up until 3 a.m. watching that and then watching Miss Marvel, which, by the way, Miss Marvel's longer than, like, WandaVision, so, you know, Miss Marvel and Kenobi, I mean, that's going to be at least 2.5 hours, maybe even close to 3, so, you know. Yeah, it's always something with Kenobi. I saw someone the other day complaining that it's like hard for me to even say without, like, laughing. I saw someone complaining that Darth Vader was too mean. Like, they were like, that's not like Darth Vader. He wouldn't just break a kid's neck and drag people through the streets. I'm like, what do you mean it's not like Darth Vader? He blew up all of Alderaan. He blew the entire planet up. Sky high. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's freaking Darth Vader. Like, he's known as one of the all-time greatest villains. Villains, not heroes. He's too mean. Dear God, what are we doing with society? That's going to be awesome. That's going to be a great game. You're going to have a lot of fun. Watching Russell Wilson get ragdolled everywhere. It's going to be a lot of fun for you. Gotham Knights. Hot dumpster water confirmed. Yes, it's, dear God. I think we are. Because I don't know how, like, I think they'll end up together at the end, but I just don't know how long. Every show breaks up the most compatible people. Think about it. Like, go back to, I mean, well, the OC. The OC kept breaking up Summer and Seth. I mean, Robin and Ted in How I Met Your Mother. Nick Miller and Jessica Day in New Girl. It's like, it's one of the cliche things about relationships in a TV series. They always have to, like, break up. That's why, like, honestly, the boys should keep them together. They should keep Huey and Starlight together because you probably wouldn't see it coming because they seem like they're on thin ice. I always said, dude, I could never watch the DC CW shows. Well, Arrow has a kind of a dark feel to it, but and I want to really get into that. But, like, the Flash, dude, I feel like I'm watching Lightspeed Rescue Power Rangers. I mean, like, come on. Yeah, it's like Power Rangers, bro. Like, CW has this weird, like, corny look to it, and oh man, oh dear lord, but you're not wrong. I see what you're saying. Oh god, yo, I remember when they had. I was just like looking at this the other day, and the the Power Rangers had this pay-per-view. I can't even say that without laughing. But the Power Rangers had some pay-per-view like movie about like Rise of the Titanium Ranger or something. Like, I don't know, man. Like low key, I don't know. I think it's really funny. Bryan Cranston played an AI where his entire face was just on a TV and it looked ridiculous. The guy who played Malcolm Ducasse, you know, the goat from Jessica Jones series, he was a Power Ranger at one point. I don't remember which one he was. You know, they have like 30 seasons. Like the Power Rangers literally have 30 seasons. That IP will never die. Like it's crazy. Titanium Ranger. Oh my god, man. It's so funny. I gotta look it up now. New Death Ranger. Power Rangers New Death Ranger back to its darkest stories. I remember liking the suits so much more when I was a kid, but like, bro, like I'm gonna. Oh man. So this is who remembers this? Oh my god. Like the Super Chan Megazord. Oh. Oh my god. Like what? Who is that? That looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh character. And what is that supposed to be, a cobra? I, I can't. I can't. I think it's really funny. I don't know, man. I don't even think the suit is that bad except for that like blue belt logo looks like weird. I mean, dude, like Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue was the OG for me. I understand there was Mighty Morphin, which is this this all started because started. This all started. This all started because the whole uh Morbin time. It's Morphin time, like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And so that brought this up when I was talking to my friend, and I'm just like, dear God, like I just like my God, man. Like you guys just and I'm not hating. I mean, this was a kid's show. And I enjoyed it when I was a little kid. I just think looking back now, like it really oh my God, that's a big picture. Damn. How big is this freaking picture? There we go. Yeah, look at that. Oh man. I mean, yeah. I mean, basically, I don't sleep much. I don't know, man. It's funny. Like, God. And I used to think those uniforms were so cool, and now I'm like, nah, dude. And by the way, did Squid Game rip off the Power Rangers helmets? Like, am I missing something, or did Squid Game rip off the Power Rangers helmets? I mean, not entirely, not really. No. Squid Game's Power Rangers. Tommy is goaded though. Natalie Holt was great in the Loki series. Oh, really? Ultraman. What's up, Michael? Nope, nothing new really. What was Ultraman? Why do I not know that? What the hell? It looks like a bad ripoff of Ant-Man. No. Is animated hero Ultraman too violent for kids in China? What is this? Oh, Lord. Bro, like, what? What is happening? Oh my god. This is hilarious. I'm gonna bring this up. Oh man. What? He Shazam the bruh. Ah. I think there was. Jesus. I just Oh man, people that are coming in here are probably like, "Bro, what is on your screen? Why am I even watching this?" And I'm just like, "I don't know, man. Why are you even watching this?" Oh man. Oh wow, I've been streaming for 2.5 hours. I've lost track of time, I guess. Holy hell. Like that is the funniest thing ever. He's like fighting a wannabe Godzilla, a party like I, he's fighting a dollar store Godzilla in a dollar store Ant-Man suit. The creature has shoes on. What? No. All right. This is ridiculous. Ultraman. Jesus, man. Like, bro, what the hell is happening? It did. It did. What the hell? Like, what is that? Wait, is there gonna be? Are they remaking Ultraman? Oh, Ultraman is on Netflix? Yeah, no chance of that. Oh god. Yeah, dude, there's an Ultraman apparently on Netflix. I did not know that. Season 2 was released this year. They've made 2 seasons. I never even heard of this dude until tonight. And now they've made 2 seasons. I heard of Plastic Man. Dear God. We need more Ultraman pictures. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, this looks different. Yeah, this definitely looks different. Is this I can't even tell if it's live action. It doesn't look like it's live action. It's like a weird animation. Maybe it is live action. I can't tell. Yeah, the Ultraman picture, man, that just it's funny. Like, what is this? Can someone tell me what he's doing? Like, what does this mean? Like, what the hell is happening? Like, what is that? Like, oh Lord. I just that's how he does his power? Oh no. Yeah, I don't know about this one. Yeah, like what oh my god, man. No, that's like his thing, bro. What is happening? I I can't I mean this became like the Ultraman live stream, I guess, because like what the actual hell is happening? Like what is happening? What the hell is that? I mean, I can't. What the hell? What? What? Oh my god. Dude, this is insane. These are the greatest pictures I've ever seen. What the Look, is he like, oh, hey there, buddy, old pal. I can't believe this. I did not know this dude existed. Ultraman. I and I just I wow. It might be. But guys, this next picture is literally gonna make you fall off a chair. So get ready. No, I will not be covering Ultraman. Bro. This is all right. Just be aware. Just I'm warning you. You're gonna fall off your chair when I show you this. What the hell? Oh my god. This is I can't. I can't. This is Ultraman in the 60s. Oh my god. I There's a best kills compilation. This dude's like hugging people. What do you mean he's not killing anything? Oh my god. I mean, bro. I just I, Hooks everyone cheer this shit. Oh, oh my god. He knew. He knew. He knew it was coming. You're smart, Nolan. Oh my god, man. Like, what is this? Like, it just my mind is blown. These monsters, bro. Like, what? I wow. Like, what is this? What is happening? Who who thought of these monsters? Like And why, like, he's just like just chilling there like my dog when he goes up next to the gate. Like, what? I I don't know. I Ultraman, huh? It just wow. Oh, bro, come on now. I like. Like, who thought like what? Are these all the like these villains are so bizarre. Like what? I mean, what the hell is that? I just wow. Warning not for kids. Ultraman is not for kids. Well, who the hell is this for? Because this looks hilarious. Ah, okay, I can see the inspiration. Oh no, it's so bad. Oh man. Well, we'll put that away. This is R rated according to... Can you imagine being asked on a date and some chick asks you what's the weirdest thing you've ever seen? How does this not come up immediately? Yeah, I mean honestly, I would just show her Ultraman. Like, my god. This is the weirdest thing. So bizarre. Guys, I love y'all. It's been fun. I needed this. I needed to get back to doing what I love doing, which I love live streaming. I like making videos, but I love live streaming. Um, and yeah, it's been fun. So appreciate y'all. I will catch you guys on the flip side. But until next time, I'm Jake Ellenbogen. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Ultraman. No, we'll never talk about Ultraman again. At least not on that level. But it was fun. It was fun. It was hilarious, and we're not gonna do an Ultraman viewing party. But you know, oh man, have you ever seen Ultraman? That's my dad's favorite show. Delete. Well, you guys take care, and we'll see if I can go live tomorrow at some point. I would like to do another live stream, but if not, that's the show. Appreciate you guys as always, and I'll see you guys soon. Have a great night. Later, folks.